Hi, I hope you've had a good week. I was watching your video, and for the first part, you were talking about the resources for the comprehensive program. And you were mentioning leadership buy-in, which is really important, having clear goals, certified staff, funding, a lot of the things that they were mentioning in the chapter. Um, I liked that you brought up, the time and scheduling structure to protect the counselor's time, and then communicating with everyone, make sure they understand, everybody's on the same page about what the goals and requirements are, um, for the curriculum and just the program as a whole. Things that were missing from your campus, you said dedicated social emotional instructional time built into the schedule. Um, and I really enjoyed this part of your post. You were talking about, so it was giving me some ideas. Um, Weekly class meetings, I guess, and talking about the pillars of character. We did at our elementary school, I think it was called Character Counts, and we were, oh my gosh, um, the elementary school and the junior high, we were on the same program, and now I'm forgetting the name of it. Um, Maybe it'll come to me in a second. Um, so they would do that, and the kids would get um like of the 9 weeks or something, whatever character trait they were focusing on, a student in the class would get the award for being generous or kind or responsible, something like that. um but you were saying that that really made a difference at your last school, and that it doesn't have to take up a huge amount of time, that once a week you met in the classrooms, and then once a month you did something kind of as a campus, and crossing the grade levels or classrooms. Um, so I think it's really important, that it kind of um, the counseling program, it doesn't just have to do with the counselor. And so having the teachers trained in a program and making it something that's cohesive and something the whole campus is doing, um, is really important. And so I really like this type of program that you were talking about. Um, and that it also, because of that, everybody's working together, it creates more buy-in for everyone, and helps with behaviors. The kids feel more involved, um, all of those things. Um, and then the resources that your counselor currently use, group lessons, oh, and then she does assemblies to talk about specific things like careers, having the fire department, and talking about drugs and those kinds of things, responding to crisis. Um, let's see. So underdeveloped, again, going back to the social emotional, needing instructional time for that, and that you could add, in order to help facilitate that, training for teachers, developing early interventions. And one of the reasons, or some of the reasons you mentioned it being necessary, creating more engagement from families too, um, lead to less behaviors. Yeah, and I think in a program like that, it like you were talking about, it creating buy-in, the kids feel more included, and like they're contributing something when you're having those weekly lessons, and to help with your classroom culture. Um, which would in turn lead to helping with behaviors, and administration and counselors not being pulled for um, behavior intervention or crises going on. Instead, you're more preventative. um, so how it affects students, faculty, and staff, the proactive instruction, um, and uh, for the students, and helping build a strong school bond for the students and faculty and teachers. Yeah, and everybody just really working together and being on the same page. So I enjoyed your post this week, and I'm glad that you brought that up because it reminded me of capturing kids' hearts. That's what we were, capturing kids' hearts campuses. So yeah, thanks. Good job. Bye.